Your first 10 lakhs doesn't just buy money, it buys freedom.
By 2003, he was bankrupt, losing a massive fortune, homes, and cars. But with discipline, he rebuilt it all. From 2003, he lost everything. But he made a different choice. He rebuilt his entire fortune.
Friends, I'm sure you've all watched a rocket launch. When a rocket takes off, it needs a powerful booster at the beginning because it's fighting against Earth's gravity. Escaping gravity requires an enormous amount of force. For decades, NASA and almost every government space agency treated rocket boosters as disposable. After launching the rocket, the boosters would separate and become space debris. They were used only once and then thrown away. Then came Elon Musk with a revolutionary idea. He introduced a new technology that allowed the booster to return to Earth and land upright after pushing the rocket into space. At the time, this was considered almost impossible, but Elon Musk made it happen. That single innovation reduced the cost of launching rockets by nearly 75%. Because of that, sending humans to Mars changed from an impossible dream into a realistic possibility. Space was no longer reserved only for governments. Private companies could now enter the space industry. In the future, even ordinary people may have the opportunity to travel to space. Cheaper satellite launches have also improved GPS, weather forecasting, climate monitoring, and many other technologies. Innovations like Starlink became possible, providing high-speed wireless internet to even the most remote places on Earth. One breakthrough accelerated countless other innovations and caused the entire space industry to grow at an incredible pace. Now you might be wondering, why am I telling you all of this? Because building wealth works exactly the same way. When you begin your wealth building journey, the hardest part is getting started. It's the moment when you're going against human nature. By nature, people are wired to spend money rather than save it. Give a small child some money and they'll immediately want to spend it. That's why so many people around us struggle financially. Becoming rich and achieving financial freedom doesn't happen naturally. Whenever you're going against your natural instincts, you need an extra push, just like a rocket needs a booster. That's why saving your first 100,000 rupees is such an important milestone. It means you've built the initial momentum that most people never achieve. Over the last 10 years, I've studied more than 100 self-made billionaires who built. Now, let me tell you another story. Since the early 1900s, marathon races have been held in London, and for decades, people believed that running 1 mile, about 1.6 kilometers, in under 4 minutes was simply impossible. Doctors even claimed that the human body wasn't capable of doing it. They argued that no one could ever break the 4-minute barrier. Eventually, the entire world accepted this as a fact. Then, in 1954, everything changed. A man named Roger Bannister did what everyone thought was impossible. He ran 1 mile in 3 minutes and 59.4 seconds. Technically, he had broken the 4-minute barrier by less than a second. But that moment became one of the greatest milestones in sports history. What's even more fascinating is what happened next. Just 46 days later, another runner, John Landy, also completed the mile in under 4 minutes. Then, within a year, 3 more runners achieved the same feat in a single race. Something that had seemed impossible for over 100 years suddenly became common. So why am I telling you this story? Because it was never just about physical ability. It was about mindset. Roger Bannister's achievement changed the world's belief system. The moment people realized it could be done, others started doing it too. And that's exactly where today's second lesson begins. Imagine someone who has only 50,000 rupees in their bank account. What are they likely to think? Maybe I should buy the new iPhone. Flipkart is having a big sale. Let's take a holiday. Those thoughts are completely natural. With 50,000 rupees, spending the money feels more rewarding than investing it. But something remarkable happens once your net worth crosses 1 million rupees. Your mindset begins to change. You stop thinking like a consumer. You start thinking like an investor. Instead of asking, "What should I buy?" you begin asking, "How can I grow this money? Which mutual fund has the best long-term returns? Which property could appreciate in value over the next 10 years?" Your focus shifts from spending money to making your money work for you. Think about it this way. If you invest 50,000 rupees and earn an incredible 50% return after a full year of hard work, you've only made 25,000 rupees. But if you've built enough capital to invest, the journey to your first 1 million rupees teaches you lessons that money alone never could. It builds patience. It builds discipline. It changes the way you think. More importantly, it changes the kind of person you become. That's where today's third lesson begins. Now comes the third lesson. The goal isn't simply to save your first 1 million rupees. Imagine there's a guy named Sunny. He watches only half of this video and thinks, "Why don't I just take out a 1 million rupee loan? That way I'll have my rocket booster and my wealth will take off just as fast." But that's actually far more dangerous. We've already seen countless lottery winners receive millions overnight, only to lose everything a few years later. Why? Because money entered their bank account. But their habits, behavior, and mindset never changed. That's the real difference. The magic of compounding doesn't happen overnight. In fact, during the first few years, it often feels like nothing is happening at all. When you save your first 1 million rupees through your own hard work, you're not just building wealth. You're building yourself. Along the way, you constantly fight temptation. Amazon is running another sale. Flipkart is offering huge discounts. Your friends are posting pictures of their brand new iPhones, expensive holidays, and luxury purchases on social media. Yet you choose not to follow them. You stay patient. You control unnecessary spending. You practice living below your means. Most importantly, you trust the slow but powerful process of compounding. By the time you've saved your first 1 million rupees, you've become a completely different person. The journey from zero to your first million teaches lessons that no classroom ever can. It develops self-control. It builds discipline. It strengthens your patience. It changes your personality. Those changes may not be visible to other people, but they're preparing you to become financially successful in the future. Unfortunately, Sunny will never understand this, because he stopped watching halfway through the video. So don't make the same mistake. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss future videos that can help you build wealth and achieve financial freedom. And if you'd like to learn these lessons much faster, you can check out my Financial Freedom and Stock Market Guide. It's designed to accelerate your financial knowledge, just like a rocket accelerating into space. In just a few hours, you'll learn concepts that many people never discover in an entire lifetime. Everything in this guide comes from more than 10 years of research, real-world investing experience, and insights from some of the best finance books ever written. And the best part? It comes with a 7-day, no questions asked, direct money-back guarantee. If you don't find it valuable, you can simply request a refund.